Hey, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another video. Alright, I know this is like the third death battle in a row or something, and normally I like to split up my videos a little bit more than this, but the Flash has quite a lot of different death battles, and I really just wanted to get through them. And you guys in the comments keep asking me to just complete the trilogy anyways, because, you know, you might as well, and I might as well. So here we are for the third death battle, the third Flash death battle in a row. So yeah, it's I do apologize for anybody that's disappointed in the death battles, but this will be the last one. I will make a different video for the next one, don't you worry. Yeah, I'll think of something. I'll think of something to do. I always do. I still got quite a few series to get through, to be honest with you. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the Flash. Now, we've seen the Reverse Flash, Eobard Thawne. Again, weird name, Eobard. We've seen one with Barry Allen, the OG Flash, who creates the Speed Force, and is my personal favorite Flash. And now we have Wally West, who is, by all means, usually regarded as the fastest of the Flashes. Which, you know, I think... But from a video that I've seen and from things that I've looked at, I'm pretty sure Barry has went the fastest overall. I'm pretty sure, like, out of any speedster, Barry's moved the quickest at a certain point. But I think in terms of just, like, regular speed and, you know, continuously throughout, like, the Flash series, Wally West has always been depicted as being, like, the fastest Flash. From what I know. That's not much. I'm not exactly a comic book nerd. This is just me going off of things I've seen in the past, so I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain Wally's usually regarded as the quickest Flash. Versus Archie Sonic. Now, this is a Sonic I know nothing about. I've seen, again, things in the past talk about him and mention his name, and I'm fairly certain, like, because I know Archie Sonic, like, Archie Comics is just a comic series like that was made in America about Sonic. And I'm fairly certain the things he's done in that make him the fastest version of Sonic, I think. Again, I've played Sonic games in the past, and I do enjoy Sonic, and I'll be watching Sonic 3 when it comes out in December. You bet your ass I will, because I enjoyed the first two. I'm taking my daughter to watch it. Which is just an excuse, by the way, so I can go watch it myself. So I'm fairly certain she knows that. But yeah, I don't know too much about Sonic, but I will say I am currently waiting on Sonic Adventure 3. That game needs to be made, man. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was one of my favorite games ever. I have it on Steam. I did cheat slightly because you can get this Chow editor that lets you... That's basically why I love the games. I enjoy the story and I enjoy the gameplay, but the Chow Garden... Whoever thought of that, absolute genius. I love video games where, like, you can, like, you know, take care of stuff and slowly, like, evolve them into certain things, which is obviously what the Chow Garden's basically all about. And loads of Chows have different variations. To get that on a bigger scale with more versions, you know, and more up-to-date, if they brought out a Sonic Adventure 3, which I'm fairly certain would be their way of like, really saving the franchise, because the last couple of Sonic games haven't exactly been the greatest. But if they did ever bring it out, I would ask them, not that they would listen to a random human, but I would want them to make it the way they made Sonic Adventure. You know, the way you move so freely around it and you can run around. Because see, Sonic games these days are very static. It's just like you sort of run straight ahead. You can dash from side to side. It's really like sort of static gameplay. I don't want that. I want to have free reins to be able to move around. So yeah, hopefully if they do make it, fingers crossed they do, that they make it like that. And they also, of course, put a Chow Garden in there, because that will be a huge miss, and I will not be happy if they do not do that. Yes, anyways, so I don't know too much about this Archie Sonic, but we are about to find out, because Death Battle give us a lot of information. Who's going to win? I have no idea. Genuinely, I have no idea, because, like I said, I don't know anything at all about the Archie Sonic comics. I've never ever read a single one, or even seen a single one before, so... I'm gonna just go with Wally West purely because I've seen Wally in, you know, like in with the Justice League and everything, and yeah, that's my only reasoning. So I've got not much to give on this one. Just without further ado, I hope you guys are excited and look forward to this video. Let's go. All right.
It's the ultimate sensation on the human body.
And today we're pitting together two of the fastest characters out there.
With these two, speed is far more than simply moving fast. Wally West,
That's superpower.
the fastest Flash from DC Comics.
And Sonic from Archie Comics, the most supersonic Sonic of all the Sonics. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
It's a lot of
And
Sonics.
it's our
God
job
damn
to
it.
analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
A death battle.
The year was 1985, and the multiverse was in crisis. Infinite
Oh,
Earths were on the
no.
brink of total annihilation.
But one man could save the day by running really, really, really fast. The Flash. Ah!
To save everything,
That was
and
Barry
everyone,
that ran
Barry
around.
Allen
Oh, it was, okay.
sacrificed his life.
But
Sorry.
Flash wasn't all gone. Barry had a sidekick. You might say a protege.
Protege.
Wally West.
Despite the
Protege.
impressive amount of coincidences Barry needed to gain his speed, many others have possessed the powers of the Scarlet Speedster. But for Wally, his own coincidence is unparalleled.
Let's see. President of the Flash fan club, nephew to Flash's girlfriend who introduced him, visited while Flash had a chemical lab set up
Of course,
exactly
of course.
like it was when he got his powers. Then, just like Barry, Wally got struck by lightning that knocked him into the chemicals and boom, Flash powers. I would say this kid was super lucky, but he did get
It's
struck
pretty
by
lucky.
lightning.
The true reason? Because Speed Force, a dimension of infinite kinetic energy which all Flashes draw their power from.
And the DC writer's favorite scapegoat for retcon.
That's so
With
true.
his newfound ability, Wally joined Barry's crime-fighting heroics.
Yeah,
as
dude's
Kid
6
Flash.
foot tall, man.
Strong of head and light
Same
of
height
heart,
as me.
He was more than a sidekick. He was a surrogate son.
So when Barry went poof, naturally
Why do you have to
stepped
pipe up
be
now?
the next Crimson
Stop
Comet
it.
himself.
As the Flash,
Ah!
stop doing that. Wally obviously possesses incredible speed, easily surpassing that of light. He can run non-stop for multiple days.
Forget running. This guy looks at reality and
Same.
spits in its face.
That reminds me of that one episode. If you've watched the Flash CW show, there's one particular episode where there's like a big nuclear bomb that's going off. So Barry, stop it. Why do you start now? You see, this is what I have to deal with. He doesn't like when I talk to other people. Lie down, boy. Lie down. Good boy. Yeah, so there's an episode where there's a big nuclear bomb that explodes, and the Flash is basically in flash time for, I mean, I think it's only a couple of hours Barry's in flash time, but obviously he has to keep running over two people and touching them because he gained the power to make them super quick as well, and sort of give them the powers of the Speed Force for a short while. And yeah, of course, the whole thing wraps up with fucking Iris going, Barry. Of course, Iris has to come up with the goddamn conclusion as to how they can defeat this thing. It's really fucking annoying. Just, we are the Flash, Barry. It's not just you. We are the Flash. Like, shut up, Iris. God damn it. Sorry, she's not that bad. But yeah, it concludes with she comes up with the thing to save the day. It's a pain in the ass. But anyways, that just reminded me of that episode.
Swirly.
Wally can manipulate each and every one of his molecules to, for instance, survive the inside of a black hole. Barry even once regenerated from a cloud of gas.
I bet he never has any trouble with NARBs.
Narbs?
Narbs.
No apparent reason, boners? They're devious. Always popping up where you least expect them.
Wally can create tornadoes, toss lightning,
Oh,
and heal
it's
from
so
deadly
true.
blows. These techniques are rooted in scientific theory and often require a mathematical mindset. For example, by vibrating his body at very precise frequencies, he can turn invisible, phase through objects, tear things apart while phasing through them, and even enter fourth-dimensional space.
So you're saying he'd never be able to do any of this if he was dumb?
Well, that's exactly what I decided to find out when I laced your beer with cosmic kinetic energy. It'll kick in later. With a touch, Wally can
I
steal
wish.
another speed and
That'd be
use it
so
for
good.
himself. Specifically, he can take a person's kinetic energy, instantly stopping them in their tracks or even freezing them for centuries, even from those who are not linked to the Speed Force like Superman.
And his infinite mass punch can knock you across the whole planet.
Applying the laws of relativity, as Wally's fist approaches light speed, its mass technically grows to an infinite degree, striking with kinetic energy equivalent to a white dwarf star.
That only
Or about
knocked out the
2.6
Reverse Flash.
octillion tons of force.
We learned that in the last one.
Increasing the vibrational speed even further could break the universe.
The biggest nuke ever tested was 50 megatons. One punch from Wally is like 40 million of those.
Even more wild, Wally can change his vibration frequencies to affect alien energies that do not exist in his own reality.
It's how he helped take out these aliens called quantum mechanics.
Beings far beyond any physical dimension and immune to ordinary physics.
So, like a prism, Wally changed Superman's heat vision into super space
Of
magic
course.
to blast them all.
All this is absolutely insane to contemplate, but it is important to remember that Wally is somehow still human.
And a huge dork, but a fun one, not like Wiz over here. I mean, he got married and has kids, so...
Boomstick, I'm married.
What?
To my work. And Wally's
Yeah.
family became sort of a cosmic lightning rod rooting him to reality when
But that's
he
just him
time
telling them they got
travels,
married.
right? Boomstick, he can time travel. Isn't
Just
that
dropping that one in
I
there.
feel like you're trying to give me the runaround. Speaking of which, that's how he time travels, by running.
Should Wally become unmoored, he can outrun the speed force itself, even running to the end of reality where the concept of death no longer exists.
One time, he beat these gambler gods
Yep,
in a race
there they are.
across the universe, and they could teleport.
To win, Wally achieved trans-time velocity in less than 1 unit of Planck time, which is so infinitesimal, it is the absolute edge of measurable time itself. He was so fast, reality does not have any means to calculate or even comprehend his speed.
That's f***ing crazy. But for some reason, Wally still felt unworthy of the Flash mantle. Come on, man. Look at everything you can do.
Until one day, Barry returned.
Because
That he did.
Speed Force.
To determine the fastest Flash of all, Wally and Barry raced each other. This simple contest nearly tore apart the entire multiverse.
But our kid Flash finally let it all out and won.
Even with those unimaginable feats, Wally's greatest challenge was proving his worth to himself.
He's
Yeah, I'm fairly certain. Didn't it say something like Wally had constantly kept himself at like a lower speed because of Barry? Because he never wanted to outdo or outshine Barry or anything, because Barry was basically his hero. I think I've read that somewhere.
not just another Flash, he's the fastest being in the multiverse.
Dude, as soon as you finish your drink, turn yourself in.
Got me again, Flash.
I love that.
Many, many years from now, Earth will be no more.
Yep,
Fuck.
because these hentai aliens are gonna drop a bomb that kills everyone and transforms all the animals into furries.
Welcome to Mobius,
All
homeworld
right.
of Sonic Maurice Hedgehog, leader
Maurice.
of a guerrilla anthropomorphic freedom fighting group at war with the cybernetic empire of Ivo Robotnik, aka Dr. Eggman.
So, yeah, comic book Sonic is a little different from the video game.
Apparently so, yeah.
Following his Care Bear Viet Cong in the fight against obesity and male pattern baldness, Sonic became a super skilled fighter. And he wasn't doing it for nothing. Robotnik had turned his entire family into robot slaves. What a dick.
Sonic is fast as always, but in this timeline, fast takes on new meaning. He's quick enough to create tornadoes, cause after images, turn invisible, phase through objects, and boost past light speed in the blink of an eye. He can dodge lightning and even move in between the raindrops of a downpour.
Look at this.
Well, that's absolutely insane. I have like always wondered, because I know obviously when you watch movies and super speed's involved, obviously you're not gonna, because super speed would be so fucking overpowered. Like this level of super speed and the Flash's level of super speed, considering you could do everything and anything before they even get a chance to think about blinking because their eyes are itchy, you know? So there's that one scene in, what is it? It's the Sonic movie where Eggman shoots a bunch of rockets at Sonic and then he like looks, he's like, oh look, I've done 100,000 steps today. And then as he's saying this, all of the rockets basically stop in time because he's moving that fast, and then he proceeds to just jump on all of the rockets and, you know, blast them, destroy them, and run off. How in any conceivable measurement of thinking, there's not an iota of thought that should be he's not winning this fight, because the dude is moving so fast and can move so fast at any point that he could literally run, grab Eggman by the throat. I know he wouldn't kill him because he's Sonic, and you know the Flash wouldn't kill because he's the Flash, but he could literally grab him, pick him up, just run to wherever. He just strip him off, you know, he's got no weapons on him, you know, give him a fucking prostate exam, making sure there's no weapons up his ass and the old prison wallet. Run him all the way to prison, stick him in there, shut the door, be like, bam, there you go. You know, he's now in prison, can never escape. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know they can't really do that because it would make for a super boring movie, but realistically speaking, should that not be the way it goes?
He grabbed water and threw it like a baseball in less than .0000, a lot of zeros in a millisecond.
You see what I mean?
Around the entire cosmic interstate in less than a day, and that's a highway that cuts through the multiverse. How does he get that fast on an all-chili dog diet? I mean, they give me the runs, but not that way.
He could reverse a black hole generator with his momentum alone, which then imploded, somehow sending him 849,000 light years away. Sonic's speed is so impressive that he can even move through stopped time. Let me repeat that. Time was frozen, and he could still move. There is no earthly method of measuring such impossibility. In the words of the comic itself, Sonic's speed is incalculable.
I know the Archie Sonic comics can get weird, like really weird, but that's just crazy.
Sally?
You call it crazy. I call it chaos.
Just like my conception, I'm told.
No.
That's a weird
chaos
movie.
as in the chaos
Coneheads.
force, an extra-dimensional field of infinite and omnipotent energy. This chaos takes physical form on Mobius in the shape of magical power rings and perfectly hewn emeralds.
And Sonic loves collecting those rings. By the time he'd scooped up 1 billion of them, the gods were so impressed they put him in a book of world records and gave him a permanent force field that makes him way tougher than anybody else.
Along with shielding his spirit and mind. But that's not all. By gathering a large amount of chaos energy, he can transform into the almighty
Supersonic.
Supersonic.
Eat your heart out, Akira Toriyama.
Supersonic possesses incredible power. He can use chaos energy for
My
defensive
man.
barriers and beams capable of shattering moons.
Somehow, he's even faster than before, and he's totally invincible. Like when he fought the demigod and possible power drink, Enerjack. This guy could rip people apart molecule by molecule. But no dice with Supersonic.
Like the video game, Sonic's superforms have a time limit, and now this
Ooh,
limit
I
can
wonder if
even
they'll
be cut
show
short through
Sonic
more
Adventure 2
wasted
battle.
power. However, he battled Enerjack from day into night, so it must be able to naturally last much longer than the games, potentially over an hour.
But that's not even his final form. If he's got something as good as a Super Emerald around, he can go Ultra.
Ultra Sonic appears to possess all
Okay,
of
I've never
Supersonic's
seen this one.
abilities and then some. Specifically, he can tap into the raw magic of chaos.
Yeah, there's a bunch of wizards running around Archie Sonic Land. Like
No, adverts, why? You've just made me spit, god damn it.
this mammoth mogul guy. Turns out they're all using the same chaos force.
Jesus
Ultrasonic
Christ.
can manipulate matter at an atomic level, changing its fundamental makeup.
Turning air to water, moving rocks around, opening portals across space-time.
So he's the Avatar as well as just being super
beings
fast
before. It's
and
not
invulnerable.
Totally out of the question, right, dummy?
You're correct, Boomstick. Although Ultrasonic is not as proficient, this ugly monster wizard uses the same chaos magic, and he changed a partial robot rabbit into a full regular rabbit. A sentence so absurd, it likely damaged my internal processor.
Indeed.
It was never great. I took it from a refrigerator. Ultrasonic has altered his own body to better traverse difficult terrain. With all this in mind, he could theoretically be able to change the molecular makeup of others too. Just like this.
Ow.
But if changing molecules
I mean, you
isn't
look pretty
crazy
cool.
enough, we need to talk about something even crazier.
Chaos itself. Chaos magic is typically used for one of three things: increasing physical ability, providing lost knowledge, and granting wishes.
Like a freaking genie. Sonic's wish to reverse brainwashing, turn back time, revive the dead, and even rewrote all reality in his whole multiverse with a Kamehameha Chaos Beam. Okay, if he can literally just wish his problems away, you'd think he'd have way less trouble dealing with a fat ginger named after
You would
breakfast
think,
food.
wouldn't you?
Honestly, he rarely did, but Sonic's a glutton for adventure and action. So over the years, he and the Good Doctor formed an unhealthy codependent relationship.
Just like us. Life's not the same without his oval-shaped enemy to beat up on. So they're back at it every chance they get. Come on, guys, just get a room already.
But after being defeated so many times, both Eggman and Mogul independently came to the same conclusion. By collecting so many rings and emeralds over the years, Sonic has become a literal embodiment of chaos itself. As in, he's a variable that cannot be accounted for, a wrench in the cogs of reality. Without him even realizing it, fate bends to him.
You know you're a badass when the most powerful
My money's
chaos
on Sonic
wizard out
now.
there decides the only way to
I
beat
think.
you is to just wait until you die of old age.
It's ridiculous, it's absurd, it's unexplainable.
It's Sonic the freaking Hedgehog.
Why did you just show Sally like that? The fuck?
All
Yeah,
right,
my guess is on
from the
Archie
data
Sonic,
for
I
all
think.
Possibilities.
But first, let me tell
just
you
went
about
blurry
a
there.
phone and provider that's as
No,
fast
you
as
don't.
these
You don't
guys.
tell me about anything, Boomstick. Let's go. Skipping that shit.
You really think you can outrun what?
I'm the fastest man alive.
Oh yeah, cherry flavored chump? I'm the fastest thing alive.
Oh, he got you.
Wanna bite?
What's the matter? You too slow?
Got him.
Don't mess with the hog's dogs. Say uncle.
Flash fact, I'm out of your league.
There's too many quips that are gonna be happening in this fight. I can tell. Too many.
Thanks for the speed.
A super emerald?
No, yeah. To be fair with you, yeah, I forgot about that. He can sap kinetic energy away, can't he?
Show you.
But not chaos energy. So
Surprise!
what game does this remind me of? There's a Sonic game. Is it like Sonic 3D? I can't remember. I used to have it on the GameCube. Oh, that's rough. People wonder why I say real life is so boring.
When I'm like this. You've mastered speed, but I've mastered fate, and I wish you gone forever! Chaos control!
Linda, Di, Iris, help me now.
Oh, so he can just wish upon Iris and Linda.
Huh?
Oh my god. Did I do it bad? God damn it, I shouldn't have changed my mind! Fuck, I shouldn't have changed my mind.
So that happened.
Yeah, what happened exactly?
I don't
Well,
know.
this matchup was incredibly complex. Given their speeds were
turned into a
impossible
Super
to calculate,
Saiyan.
Speed alone was
Long blonde hair.
ironically somewhat of a non-factor in comparison. Sonic in his base form didn't really stand a chance against Wally. Sure, he did seem to survive being launched 849,000 light years into an alien planet by a black hole imploding. However, considering he's been knocked out by far less, black holes are already imploding stars, and it seems some snow also inexplicably survived the trip. It's probably more likely the black hole acted as a sort of wormhole in its last moments and sent Sonic directly there. But if we assume Sonic was indeed blasted through space, a black hole's last moment usually results in an abrupt detonation equivalent to 5 trillion tons of TNT. Impressive, but the infinite mass punch could still deliver over 2 quadrillion times more power.
But Sonic's super forms were a different story. They had answers to almost all of Wally's skills. His chaos energy could replenish stolen speed, he was invincible, and he had friggin' wish powers.
Personally,
how did the wish powers not work?
Opposite result. Against almost anybody else, Archie's
what was that all about?
Sonic is practically unbeatable. But across a greater percentage of possible scenarios, Wally just happens to be the exception.
He had every counter he needed too. The speed steal wouldn't stop Supersonic, but Wally still got that stolen speed for himself.
Super and Ultrasonic were essentially batteries of unlimited kinetic energy Wally could pull from. Even with their speeds being incalculable, this meant Wally could ensure he was faster. Plus, Wally performed a lot more of those incalculable speed feats than Sonic ever did, so he technically held an experience advantage in that field.
Chaos Wish Power would be an insta-win.
This is what I'm at.
Anybody.
Come on, sorry. I know they're probably going to tell us, but I'm just wondering about the wish powers. Like, what the fuck was that all about? If you can literally wish him away, and apparently that should work, how did he just go through the beam and was just like, Linda, please, Iris. And that was that. Fucking won.
But Chaos Magic uses physical energy, and guess what? Wally could phase through reality warping energy.
And jump through time, or vibrate to a higher spatial
Be like
dimension
I'm also
to avoid Sonic altogether.
just
Even though he had no way to take down Sonic's super forms, Wally has proven capable of effortlessly moving and vibrating at top speeds for days on end.
So it wasn't too hard for him to just wait out the super forms and strike at the first good opportunity.
And when it came to Ultrasonic's ability to alter atomic structures, Wally possessed perfect control over his own individual molecules.
But hey, Sonic's the embodiment of chaos. Fate automatically bends to him or whatever.
Except Wally has broken fate a few times himself. The best example being when he ran
when
to
he
the end of
outran,
reality and forced the concept of death itself to die.
Because Speed Force.
Hasta la pasta, baby.
Sonic's hypothesized nature
Hasta
as
la
an
pasta.
anomaly in reality just wasn't enough protection against someone who could also break the rules of reality.
And remember, when Wally raced Barry, their speed almost tore apart the multiverse.
Both these characters understandably seem overpowered to an extreme fault, but it's important to remember that in their respective worlds, the story comes first. Sonic was impressive, improbable, inexplainable, but Wally had the power, the counters, and the speed he needed to pull ahead in this absolutely mind-bending battle.
Oh my god, that's happening! Well.
Whiz! I ran to Jupiter! I'm a god! A speed god!
Incredible. Tell me, what cosmic insight have you learned?
Just one thing. Well, Sonic didn't know it. The writing was on the wall, E!
The winner is the Flash.
Jesus Christ. Fuck, I shouldn't have changed my mind. That was my bad. I could have had another W on this one, but unfortunately, I'm taking a fat L. It's the worst kind as well, because it's the kind where you almost had it. You could practically taste it, and then it was fucking thrusted away. The only reason I had a feeling that Archie Sonic was going to win was purely because of that, like, he could mind fucking universe-shattering ability to just change fate to suit him and practically grant himself a wish. So I was like, yeah, cool, but maybe I missed the part where they said it, or maybe I missed like a little box thing that came up, but I had no idea it was like a physical thing that had to actually hit you in order for it to work. I thought it would, you know, it would have just affected the whole multiverse or some shit, yeah, which evidently it did not. So that's on me, that's my bad. But yeah, so we found out that Wally can indeed grow hair and turn Super Saiyan. All he has to do is ask for the help of his loved ones, and he is able to complete any task. You just ask Fairy Tail members, they'll tell you. Power of friendship beats the power of anything. So yeah, that was my bad. I did not give Wally the credit he so well deserved. But we found out a lot about Archie Sonic, who is an absolute insane beast. Jesus Christ. I'll take the powers of either one of them, if I'm being truthfully honest with you, and I will rule this world with an iron fist. Do what you want. Just leave me alone, please. It's not exactly ruling with an iron fist, but, you know, just leave me alone. Just, you know, just pay £1 million every day into my bank, and I will have no reason to come after you and murder every single person that you love. I'm kidding, of course. I'm totally joking. I feel like if I actually did get like superpowers, I'd be one of those fucking dorks that actually like used it for good. Ugh, cringe when I could just literally be like, yes, I want this money. I don't even need money. I could just walk in somewhere. I'm talking like the Flash here. I could literally just phase my way through. I could read books and just learn architecture and learn how to construct anything that I want realistically and just do it in a split second myself and have everything I've ever wanted out. But, you know, we'll see. I don't know. I kind of need those powers to see what I would do with them. But I'm going to say that I would be good with them. But I'll wait and see if I ever gain super speed. And I'll tell you guys. I'll let you guys know. I'll make a video about it if I ever gain super speed to let you guys know if I'm going to rule the world or to just let everybody, you know, do what they want. Yeah. Very weird end to this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It does help massively, and I do massively appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.